but okay, go back. I need you to go back to the homepage.
The here?
Yeah, go to all.
At some point, I'm gonna introduce the podcast.
Go down. Go down. Or no, go to Wikipedia right there. On the right side.
Yeah, just hit
the
some
link.
of there. Did you go with the image?
Wow.
Bro, you picked the image. Come on,
Okay, so go down to history. Okay, so see, it says he injured his ankle. Okay, he was a doctor in the German army during World War II. He injured his ankle while skiing. Found that his
what?
Okay, I know. So he didn't
I thought
injure
you said
himself
he
in the
injured
war.
it. Oh, okay.
Okay, I lied. I paraphrased. But he injured himself regardless. So this is what I was reading, and every line that I was reading, I was going, wow. So it says he found that his standard issue army boots were too uncomfortable on his injured foot. While recuperating, he designed improvements to the boots with soft leather and air padded soles made of tires. Wow. When the war ended and some Germans recovered valuables from their own cities, Martins took leather from a cobbler's shop. With that leather, he made himself a pair of boots with air cushioned soles. So it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then so not only did he like create his own boot that was for his own foot and all this, and for himself, he was like, yo, this is different.
Yeah.
Then it says he did not have
I just
success.
see this man at home on his computer just like, wow.
No, that.
Whoa.
This is actually all I do. Is like
True.
A lot of the time people call me PC because I just read up on shit. But it's actually just like, bro, these success stories are so annoyingly like.
Yeah.
Oh, like.
It's interesting though. Do you ever feel like, because I be doing like similar shit. Do you feel like at some point you only have a capacity to like take in so much though? Like not on one specific topic. Like if I'm super interested in like shark attacks in 1997 or some random shit, right? I'll go crazy into that. But then it's just like, man, I feel like I just filled up so much of my brain with shark attacks from 1997. You know what I mean? Like, does it ever feel like it's like, bro, am I gonna run out of like?
No. For
shit?
example, there was this YouTube channel that was called it. It wasn't a YouTube channel called, but like it was called. Okay, it was actually called Jim Can't Swim. But the videos were like the most compelling like police interrogations like caught on tape, and it was releasing like the footage of like not like court stuff, but like when they bring you into the station before.
Got you. So in the interrogation room?
Yeah, like the part where
I would be interested to see
the part where they're trying to get you to confess before saying I want to speak to a lawyer.
Yeah,
like that phase. Someone just got killed, and they bring the husband.
Which is what I don't understand is how. I guess it's just like a lack of education. How do you know? Just don't say shit till you get a lawyer. You know what I mean?
It's the way, like that's the thing. So this guy will analyze the whole thing. He has he'll be like,
gotcha. He breaks down that and how the cop. So that all ones where the cops like,
bro, everything is calculated. Everything is calculated. Like it'll be like the cop sits on like they kind of box him in. Sit on this side, and like there's one guy where he killed his wife, and they purposely tried to say like. They tried to make it seem like they were on his side, so they're kind of like, instead of just saying you did it, they were just like, or like I know
I know exactly what they probably
like
did. They say some shit like this.
I know she can be a hothead sometimes.
I know you, and you're not a killer. I know you're not a killer. I know you didn't mean to, but shit happened. It was an accident. Yeah, I know exactly what that is. I know exactly what that is.
They'll be like, listen. If there was a fight or some sort of accident there. We can figure that out, but we need, and it's just like, the games they play are so crazy. And what starts with someone just being like, nah, like I didn't do it, or them like every time I'm just like, bro,
it's gonna happen. Like at some point,
did you really think that you were? And they always hit and like one of my favorite things, like one of the things they do is they'll be like this one guy, in reality he killed like his whole family, like he killed his daughters, his pregnant wife. And others, and he was trying to say that they just got kidnapped and are missing, and like he's worried about them. And they were like, okay, like they knew, they had a big like suspicion that it was him. Yeah. So they're just like, if the guy, if someone did take your family, and they find the person, what do you think should happen to that person? So now it's a trap, because if he says something weak because he knows he did it, and he's trying to protect himself, they're gonna be like, okay, you did it, because you're giving a light sentence.
That's tough.
If he says something harsh,
you just don't say shit, bro.
If he says something harsh, then when he gets found guilty, they'll give him exactly what he said. That's rough. It's like, like there was this guy, he took shrooms with his friends, and he had a bad trip, and he felt like everyone was against him, so he went back home, threw himself through the living room window, and he went to his kitchen, and he killed his dad and almost killed his stepmom.
Bro.
Right?
Bro.
Because he said, but like he didn't have beef with his dad. Yeah. He just said like their faces were all evil and they were like trying to get me, so I just went off.
Bro, where's his homie? Like, right? Bro, you're tripping, bro.
Right? So
have some fucking water. Let's go to McDonald's, bro. You're tripping.
You know? So in the thing, the guy is explaining like the lady isn't being hard on him. Like, she's just listening to him, and he's like, oh, like I just ruined everything. Like I ruined my life, blah 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 blah. So like the thing's just like, yo, like she's trying to like be there for him, but at the same time, like she's milking this. Like she needs.
Yeah, bro.
It's like when the celebrity cries in the interview, and like,
it's just like, they know. It's just like,
it's like, yo, keep rolling, like keep rolling. Like, you know, like. Yeah. It's insane. But
all right,
yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
fuck. I don't know how long we went, but we got an intro.
Intro.
So we did have a rule. We did have a rule at the start of the podcast where I think I'm gonna get rid of the rule, or it's gonna be. Actually, I don't even know. It's partially enforced, partially not. I don't even know, man. We're working on this shit. It's a work in progress. Number one, welcome to the Throw the Lob podcast. Fucking goddamn 20 minutes in, but yeah. First one, shout out Jamil. Shout out Jamil in the room. It's your host, ShayGoon. We have a special guest today. This is technically his second time here, as we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're glad that he's here again. Just had a show that I went to recently that went very well. Shouts out to my guy, very talented individual. He started doing music a couple years ago. We've seen the progression. That's one of the things I want to say. Progression has come a long way. Talent is there, and clearly this guy loves to talk, and that's why he's perfect for the podcast, man. He's got some stories to tell. Shouts out Lance Lorenzo. Appreciate you for coming, my guy.
Yeah, I love to talk. No, because after the first one, I had so much fun. So like, I'm ready for this,
bro. One. And like, we're not gonna go over the same shit that we went in the last one. It's kind of a lost tape, you know. It's kind of a lost tape, but there's one particular part that we have to slightly touch over, and. We'll touch into that later. I do have, because I know we're gonna go off topic. I just know that's gonna happen. So before, I need to hit the shit that we have to hit.
Okay.
So we have to talk about the show. We gotta talk about the music. So like, because people need to know at least who you are somewhat before we go crazy. So you're an artist. You dropped your first album like 2 years ago.
This is
2 years ago?
August, the same day or the day before Astro World.
Oh, okay, got you.
So.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't want to do that. But I used to be, I was like, fuck, like I'm putting this out like a day before and I think because you had to submit it through the thing like in advance.
Yeah.
So I don't think he announced it at the time.
Until you had submitted it?
And then I submitted it, and then he was like, August 3rd or whatever.
And you're like,
I was like, I was like,
you.
No one's going to listen to my shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be on Travis. But that first drop was like, I wish I could just like
push it back or like a week or something.
No, not even. You know, sometimes like when you wish you could just like okay, you know, you go out have a DVD or you go to what are those anymore? But it goes to like a scene selection. Yeah, you just see like the little clip playing, and you're like, oh, this part. And you just go to it, like, and then you just rewatch. I wish I could do that with like moments in life that are just like, like to
that's
me.
That's a crazy thought. If you could go back, scene selection in your life.
That's what I'm saying. Like
there's a lot of scenes. I'm like, skip that page, skip that whole goddamn page.
To me, it is crazy that the life we live, like some of the best things ever, some of the worst things. Well, obviously worst things are good, but like some of the best things ever, like that you can be like, oh, I'll never forget that. Like you'll never ever.
Oh,
ever
got
get
you.
to go
I wasn't
back.
sure where we were going for a
never
second.
ever. I love doing that. I love throwing people out, but like you'll never ever get to go back to that.
Yeah, and you
ever.
can't replicate that exact moment. Like,
Exactly.
There's no way you can even
Ever.
really like. Obviously, people try. That's why you see a lot of people. You know, you have a great vacation. They go to Italy for the first time. Like, let's go back to Italy. Like, yeah, you can go back. It's not gonna be exactly the same. It's not gonna be exactly the same. So it's trying to. I think at least if you understand it's not going to be exactly the same, you're going to have a better time.
Exactly.
If you're unless you're like chasing a past memory or a past moment
but
or something like that.
It's just the fact that that's specific, like, not even anything too like overrated, but just like the show that I just had.
Yeah.
Or
that was fun.
You know, like or just this one time that me and my boys went out, and it was when like Friends Friday was at that steak and sushi place on Clarence. Like just shouts it out. You know, like it's just like eras. Like for me, like I don't know if you listen to music. Like I heard I saw this video on IG that was like playing like every some of the hit songs of like every year from
I think I did see
2010
like
to and on,
because we're about to hit 2020. Oh, another thing, this is almost, it's gonna come out right before the new year, so happy almost new year to you. This is the new year new me podcast. I don't know what we're titled. We're not gonna title it that, but
like 2020,
that's crazy. So a decade, bro.
Like, dog,
that's crazy.
I remember being like playing like in all examples, playing like NBA.
It's always NBA for me too.
Playing like NBA,
NBA 09. I go all my history is by NBA. You know what I mean?
And then just being like, I wonder what
what
2K16 is gonna.
Yeah, bro. I'm like,
and then that reached, and now 2K16 is like.
I know, bro. I remember when 2K10 came out, because it was like 2K8, 2K9, 2K10. I'm like. 2K11? Like, bro, that sounds so gross, bro. It sounds ugly. No way that's going to be a good game.
And that was the one with Jordan.
That was the one with Jordan. That game was great.
Like, the sound, and I'm a Jordan die hard. And it was just like.
Do you like LeBron then, if you're a Jordan?
Okay, I appreciate, like, for me,
I appreciate him.
I appreciate all greatness, all great players. But I can say, like, for me, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's not even close to me. Not even close. Not even close. But people on Twitter, oh my gosh, bro! People on Twitter,
like, bro. It's the fact, like, I can only argue with it so many times.
Yeah.
And this is coming from me who didn't watch Jordan, but a lot of people will be like, yo, like, if you got to watch both, like one my barber was like, bro, like,
yeah,
it was like, it was different.
It was different.
Mike. And then people just controlled the competition was different and all that.
Yeah.
No. And this is what my barber said. They were like, oh, the competition was different. That there was more competition. Like beside LeBron, it's KD. Then this person.
And Kobe was there.
You know what I mean?
LeBron's timeline as well.
But the thing is that like they try to. Like, they'll say, like, because at one point they'll be like, oh, Kevin Durant's, like, the best player in the world. Like, they'll be willing to top LeBron second for a bit because he's off or whatever. And now KD, like, when he was on the Warriors, and he was, like clearly the best player on the Warriors. And they were like, yo, like, KD is actually, like I think it was the first year when he pulled up on LeBron and
that was
hit
crazy.
that shot.
That was
and everyone was saying if KD hits, like, 15 points and rides on them in the finals, he's weak. But he carried.
He went crazy. He went crazy, bro. He went absolutely insane.
And then the year after that, he did the same thing, and he went off, and it was just clear. And they were just saying, like, hey, KD's the best player in the world right now because he's younger than LeBron, and he has that thing where LeBron's 6'8", 260, and he's a
so wait,
powerhouse.
what are you saying?
So what I'm saying is, the difference is that Mike was. I'm making the argument that Mike was so good. That it wasn't about him not having competition. Is that he was so good that all the competition he had, it fucked the rankings up.
So because he was just so high past the next person.
Exactly.
Like 1 to 2, you're saying that
exactly.
Such a big
but LeBron is more like this.
Yeah.
But is that LeBron's fault? Is that the league? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. And to me, it's the fact that LeBron genetically, that's like not his choice. Like, like, you know, it's not his choice. But yes, he was dedicated to ball. Like, I'm not gonna say Mike was more, but for me, it's the fact that Mike comes from that stream of people where it's like they really shouldn't have been there. Like Mike, like when your coach says, for any team you tried out for in high school, badminton, anything, Michael Jordan didn't make his basketball team. It's like it's cliche, but bro, if Michael Jordan had made his high school team, he would have just been like, "Hey, I'm on the ball team." We probably would not have.
If he didn't get cut, he wouldn't have been the same. Yeah, that's so true.
Michael Jordan.
He had to get cut. That's such a huge lesson, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The way that
that's a little gem right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Put that gem counter on the screen.
If Michael Jordan made the ball team, it's not about he got cut and he was always good and he got slept on. No,
that's true.
If Michael Jordan didn't get cut, he would have just been on the team.
Do you think if Jordan would have got cut, he would have been more like LeBron? Because I feel like LeBron, as great as he is, he only really started to play really good when he desperately, all of a sudden it was like, no, I desperately need to show I could do it. Because think about it. He made the playoffs, whatever. Like when he was young, he was just praised. From high school, in his first couple years in the NBA, because it doesn't matter when you're so young, you're not going to win the finals your first year.
Okay, but it was the fact that, so here's the thing. So Jordan has reasons why his playoff runs are big, and then LeBron has his. So, for example, the fact that, the Cavs were shit. Like the team that he brought to the finals against the Spurs were garbage. But, LeBron carried them at that age. That was 2007. So, he was, 23.
Yeah, and, his teams were garbage. If you ever look back at some of those Cavs rosters,
that's the thing.
What are you doing?
Is the fact that he did that.
It's ridiculous.
But, on the other hand, for me, let's go back to Jordan. It's the fact that... so let's keep in mind. So that's what I mean by Michael Jordan wasn't he was in high school and they were talking about him, or even in NCAA. He made the shot as a freshman, I think, sophomore. He made the
North Carolina.
Yeah,
that was his freshman.
Yeah. He made the shot.
What, he did 2 more years or 1 more year?
He did 1 more year and then he declared. So
got you.
So it was 1982 that he did the shot, and then he was in the 84 draft.
Right there, that is what I'm talking about with this guy. This guy has that mind where he has the numbers, bro. You don't meet that many people who have that type of
That's what I mean. So this is what I've realized, and this is why I hate arguing. This could be the first topic of today. This is why I hate arguing with people. It's because you'll have, if someone argues the way that I argue, we won't argue. We'll have I'll be okay, this guy knows stuff. And we can have
type of argument.
We can have
because if you could pull the same facts, because you're coming with I got the statistics.
Exactly.
Bro, let me pull
out. I'll argue with
people
where they'll just when I see. So it's just if someone else is arguing Jordan versus LeBron, but doesn't have the numbers or the things to back it up, then the thing that they say will just be easily brought down. Or just for example, someone was saying about how someone like Fred VanVleet. All
right, I like Fred VanVleet, so we gotta watch what we gotta say right now, man. So watch what we about to say right now.
So they were saying how back in the day, a guy like Fred VanVleet would have never had the performance that he had in the last games of the finals, in the 90s. That would have happened. But then the thing is, this is what I mean by Jordan messed up the rankings. Is that's because on the scale of you have the Durant's, the LeBrons, Currys, those guys. Then right under you have the Victor Oladipos, the guys that are
Victor a little bit lower, but yeah,
you know the guys that are just they've had those runs where or on their team they're the best, and so that's Victor Oladipo. Damian Lillard before he got really nice.
Yeah.
You know
that tier.
Yeah,
that tier,
Al Horford. Just those guys.
It's all perennial all stars.
Yeah.
People were all stars multiple years in a row. Yeah, I know the light just flickered, bro. But yeah, that's another tier. But they're not superstars.
Yeah. Superstars to me are KD.
It's
LeBron,
it's 5 to
Curry.
6 people.
Yeah, there's only
it's not everybody gets that superstar tag. You're not all superstars.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's to me, it's the people where if LeBron only scores 10 points
Mm-hmm.
or KD only gets that many, I'll say like, oh, it's because they were cold. Like I won't say they got shut down.
Yeah,
it was really You're
not shutting those players down.
Yeah, it's
like,
just they weren't.
They weren't hitting, and then also maybe your defense was good. Okay,
but it's more that they weren't
hitting.
hitting. Like just their rhythm was. I won't say like, oh, they got shut down. The like NBA Live games and shit. Yo, trust.
Hold on a sec, man.
Bro, we could talk about this all day.
Yeah, we're gonna switch off it for the people who don't follow basketball. But for 1 minute here, man, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I gotta pour one out for NBA Live, bro.
Oh, facts.
Bro, rest in peace, bro. Yeah, just like that, man.
Right.
Just like that, man.
No, that's a fact. They.
Bro, that was my NBA Live was my dog, bro.
Okay.
I used to swear on NBA Live like on everything. I gotta go clean this shit up now. Keep talking.
I'll tell you what it is. It's because NBA Live. When I was a kid, I think the first one I had was on the computer. It was Live 2000.
Oh, really?
Live 2000.
You play on the computer?
Yeah. I used to like computer shit, and then I got a GameCube.
Was this worth the joke? That's not.
I know. That's the thing. Was it worth the joke? A lot of movies. Mm. This is like a weird thing about me. Is there's a lot of movies that I've never seen.
Yeah.
But I've read the plot on Wikipedia, like just up and down.
Oh gosh, I mean I do that. I've probably done that, but I haven't done that much.
Oh, I do it all the time.
I will be like, oh, if I haven't seen it, I'm not gonna do the plot because I'm gonna see it at some
point. It won't
point,
be for me to ruin it. Like I haven't gone to see a movie and then like I go read the plot.
But are you one of those people who hate spoilers? I feel like you're not though.
No, like I don't mind finding a spoiler out and then watching it and then trying to figure out before it comes. Like,
got you. Yeah. Okay. Some people hate that. Though.
No.
I'm like. I kind of don't like that. Like I want to experience the whole thing how the creator intended.
Like I'm not. That's the thing. I won't ruin it. But like for example, let's say I watch a movie that I really liked. Best believe like I'm looking it up on like Google, Wikipedia.
Wait, any movie or a movie that you thought was like smart and complex and shit? Because I'll do that shit when it's like when I watch Interstellar. I was like,
not like a stupid movie, but like I'll just. Like
Pineapple Express, you watch that shit. You
yeah. Like and then if something happens in the end, let's say something weird happens in the end, I'll be like, yo, like what the did that happen or did that okay? My biggest thing is when I watch a movie and someone like dies. Sometimes, like not all the time, but sometimes I'll be like, wait. This person died, and then I'll.
Wait, what do you mean, like the actor or the character?
The character.
Character.
So then, like, I'll be like, whoa, and then I'll go look up the thing on the internet to see if it explains like what I just saw. He got killed, like he got shot. It may ruin the fact that he's supposed to come back later in the movie.
Oh, you'll stop the movie on Wikipedia shit?
Like I'll be watching, like I'll let it play, but I'll just go like if I watch like I watch like The Godfather, and The Godfather is like hard to keep up. There's this boss family, this.
I'm not gonna lie, like I haven't seen that shit yet. I haven't seen that shit.
You've never seen The Godfather?
No, I haven't seen that shit.
The Godfather is like just the whole series. The Godfather is one of those movies that's like. It is really long. Like each movie's at least like 3.5 hours or so.
Yeah,
but like it's one of those movies like it's worth every.
Did y'all see?
Scarface?
I was gonna say
The Irishman.
The Irishman. Did you see The Irishman?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it.
But okay, so if you could see that, The Godfather is like everyone's saying it's amazing. The Irishman is really good. Okay.
Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah.
Like I haven't seen it, but I would still say The Godfather is better. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't.
Bro,
go ahead.
for its time.
What did you say? What did you say?
Did you sit there for 3 hours for real and just
for The Irishman?
Yeah, in one take.
Bro, yeah, for one take. Because I'll say this. This dude is looking at me like I'm insane, bro.
It's like school where you watch it in blocks.
say what you're gonna say though.
No, that was my question.
Oh yeah, no, I watch because honestly, bro, like me, I love the creative process. I love I'm so a visual person, so like I'm not really trying to be a super filmmaker or anything like that, but I really appreciate like camera scenes. Like, bro, Scorsese, that nigga is nice, bro. Every scene, bro. The way the script was written, bro, you're glued to it. I did not want the movie to end, straight up. I was watching like 3 hours in, and I was tired as hell because I started it at like midnight or some stupid shit because I didn't realize how long it was. Somehow that missed my information. Did not get it. I was expecting it to be to an hour or two. It's like 2 in the morning. I'm like, oh shit, still got an hour. Still got an hour and a half. But bro. Enthralled with that movie. Every scene, bro, it keeps you on the edge of your toes. There's like relationship dynamic. I'm like, beautiful movie. I don't know. I kind of stopped doing that thing where like I rate movies, and it just allows me to like just appreciate it a little bit more when I just like, yo, this is just great. But like, yeah. Because in my mind, like, to me, nothing's going to be like Space Jam. Space Jam, Toy Story is like my two favorite movies.
Yeah,
Am I wearing my Toy Story shirt?
Those are classics.
I am wearing my Toy Story shirt. I don't know if that's going to come up on camera. I don't know if that's going to come up on camera, but shouts out to Toy Story.
Those are classics. But, okay, like, if you feel that way about it, like, no, The Godfather is like, it's because those movies are like, when you watch it, like, I watched The Godfather 1, and I don't remember what year it actually came out in. But, like, it came out, like, what year is that? Like,
you want to search that up?
Early 80s.
You got to do a little searching, man. Come on.
Either early 80 or, like, 79 or something.
Okay, let's see. 1972.
Shit. 72. I didn't want to say that early. Okay, so 72. It's that early, but, like, it's so ahead of its time. True. Just, like, how it's filmed, the way it's filmed. Like, I think in this one... it's just like the second one is called like the best one. They say the second one is the best one. Like, this
are they all on Netflix right now? Is anyone know?
I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure.
I've seen at least one of them.
Yeah, the first one's definitely on.
I mean, worst case scenario, I'd be
Disney
buying
Plus,
a lot
because of Disney Plus. Netflix like had to beef up movies.
Had to get more.
Like
right?
Before Disney Plus was coming to Canada, like I went on Netflix and I was just like, I was going through this streak of like, oh shit, they have this?
Yeah.
Oh shit, they have it?
Bro.
Like, yeah, like that's
my I go like documentaries. Like I love Netflix and I love filming all this shit. But bro, right now I was watching this the other day. If you like stand-up comedy, bro, there's some good specials. The Ronnie Chang Made in America special. Bro, that shit was getting me. You're looking at me like you don't mess with stand-up like that?
No, I watch him here and there, but like
bro. I was dying. Me, like, because obviously, like, I'm trying to do stand-up, so, like, you get, like... But, like, to just enjoy that shit, bro, stand-up, it was... so I watched the Ronnie Chang one and Michelle Wolf. Bro, both of those destroyed me, bro.
Her, did you ever see, like, her White House Correspondents' Dinner thing?
I heard about it, and she talked about it in her set, but I hadn't seen it. So I didn't know...
that was funny.
It was funny?
She said, like, a lot of, like... Some of the things she said were, like... Yikes.
Yeah,
but it was just funny because, like... Politics kill me right now. Because, like, everyone that was going off...
Trump got impeached.
Fuck that nigga.
But, the thing is, like, I thought politics were, like, really interesting and stuff. But, like, Trump and stuff got me really interested in politics.
Trump got you really interested in politics? So if you run for office, you can thank Trump for that.
No, Trump got me super into politics. Not like the big history of it, but just like how politics like shapes societies and makes people believe things, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like I look at things from a very like middle perspective. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I've said this to someone, and, like, they were like, what the... And I was like, yo, like, if there's a video about, like a Vice video that's about, like, alt-right racist dudes that whatever, I love those videos. Like, or old videos of Oprah inviting, like, skinheads on.
Yeah, that's
and like, KKK people, and they're all like, oh, I just think niggers... Like, I love that. Like, it... Not even in, like, a... Like, it just... It fascinates. It just kills me. Like, and it's just like, yo, these people are serious. They believe in it. They're not. Yeah, like,
bro. That's one reason, bro. I can't do those. I can't do those.
Bro,
for me,
like
it's like those just drain my energy. I just can't watch them.
So that's what got me into like just like all of it. Is just like when I'm on Twitter and I like sometimes I'll like Trump will tweet something and it'll be like something controversial. Like I'll read the tweets and the comments because like there's like I'll look on one side, I'll be like, oh, because it'll be like the left side that'll start to say like, oh, your next room is gonna be a jail cell and all this,
or some
and
crazy
like,
shit.
Like, calm down. Like,
it's just like, so much, man. Like,
and then but at the other side, like there's people that'll be like, we stand for you, President Trump. And then it's like some like random picture of like a picture of Trump, like, and there's like an eagle behind him, like, and it's just it's
crazy,
like,
man.
and the thing
we're in such a crazy place, man.
That's what I mean.
Like, we're just in such it's so hard for me to even, for me, it's like, I mean, we're in Canada. Canada's got its own politics, but like the whole Trump thing, it's so much to take in that it's almost like I just can't. I can't get into it because it's just too much. I just can't
because
of him.
Like to the point
everyone's
that,
talking about it.
Everyone,
bro,
in one way or another.
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
When Trump got elected, it's like I actually took a break from watching stand-up because every single special they're talking about
all
Trump.
the late night.
All
shows,
the late night, bro. Oh my goodness,
that's
crazy.
all it was. It's just like Trump.
So he's out-ish. He's impeached-ish is what I'll say. Because he's impeached, and the way someone explained it to me is that he's still in the Senate, and he had the chance to get voted out of the Senate, but all of the Senate is going to vote for him to stay in the Senate. So he's going to stay in. My question is... But then here's the thing is that, this is what I mean. Like, sometimes when I've been watching this whole thing happen, like, time after time, I sometimes, like, wish I had the power to, like, I don't know, log into the central like Twitter account or something and get my message across. No, just get a huge audience so I for like 1 minute.
Guys, it's a trap. Like you know what I mean? Like
just like for 1 minute, just like everybody listen to me for one tweet.
Sometimes I swear I'm like, guys, like don't do this. Like for example, like people are saying like, even if it means like the Senate still has to vote to actually throw him out, and they won't because they're a Republican majority. They were saying like who cares? Like that's what Republicans. Well, like Republicans aren't gonna vote him out, so like you guys wasted your time. But then Democrats and people that support are like, oh, say what you want. Like it's still on record that he was impeached and whatever. But like. That doesn't, like, they're trying to say...
my question,
like,
here's my question. Can you actually search this up? Because I actually don't know this. Because he got impeached, is he able to get reelected?
Yes.
He is able to get reelected?
Even if he gets... Even if he gets, like, if they throw him out, he can run, like, again. It's just that most presidents that have been impeached would never think of doing it because they actually have no chance.
Do you think he's running again?
Yeah, if he gets... he will, most likely, because his people will
that's
now
the thing. Yeah,
down.
he still has a crazy. It's so
exactly.
I've never seen something like this before.
So that's the thing is that like people think that they're like say what you want, but like Trump was impeached and it's on his record type thing.
That doesn't really matter. Kind of
like
to me. I don't
it's
think
a stain on his
much.
legacy, but like that doesn't.
That's
matter.
That's not gonna bother.
And in another, that's what I mean. That in another element, like if Obama got impeached. Then like his second term would be harder to get, and it would affect back when politics were really like, any move you do, people are now gonna be like, ooh, like you're not doing the whole fake politician thing, like, but now that Trump did this, a lot of now forever, even if like it goes back to normal politicians running for office and not like The Rock now starts for all that nonsense. Let's say like it goes back to real politicians, like. I guarantee you, like, controversies and stuff will still be, people will try to find dirt on the other person. Yeah. But, like, it'll be a lot more like, oh, well. I watch this every day, like, just Twitter and just seeing, like, both sides, what they're saying. And, like, both sides, it's just, like, man, like, the left is just so, like, sometimes they're so soft, they're so gullible, the things that they believe, like the little replies. So
this guy's, like, into it.
Yeah, like, bro, the little replies that, like, Trump will say something and be like, oh, the do-nothing Democrats are trying to come after me for no reason, whatever. Yeah. And then, like they'll reply, like, something that's just, like, calm down, like...
What do you mean?
Like they'll be like,
oh, Trump,
like the jail cell thing. Like they'll just be like, oh, like, or they'll say something that's just like so childish, like just a childish like insult at him. That's just like, bro. Like, but whatever. Then sometimes then they'll say something, and then the right, his supporters will like reply with stuff that's just like the same reaction. Where I'm like, calm down.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, so this guy, you're a busy guy then. Music, all the Wikipedia searches.
Like, my Twitter is like half of my Twitter is like, so half is like music, funny tweets, and just normal stuff. Yeah. Then like there's a whole other side that's like where it's like
political stuff.
I'm arguing in political things, like yo, that
doesn't make you go crazy. I can't get into like any arguments.
They changed online. The Twitter feed where if I go on your page, there's tweets and replies, and it's just your tweets. Yeah. If you go to my tweets and replies, like yo, I'm like,
you're in those.
I'm engaged in like,
really,
yeah, like I'm arguing with full on Americans. And the funny thing is, like, if I argue against a Trump supporter, they'll assume that like I'm a lib, and then I'm like, oh, like I'm from Canada, like I'm not even in this really. So like you can't use that line on me. Like so now it throws them off because one, they can't use the line on me, and two, I'm willing to admit when the Democrats have done something wrong, or when like
because you're impartial party.
Yeah, like I'm impartial. Like it's just like I can admit when hypocrisies happen on one side and the other, but it's just that one side has more responsibility because he's the president. So I don't know, but it's just so interesting to read into and just like watch. Like
man, I don't know. I guess I feel like with all that stuff, that politics is something I'll get into eventually. And remember, me and Jamil were in that politics class together. And
That's how we met.
That is how we met.
Oh, yeah?
We met in Algonquin. Yeah, we were in a program together, and it's just basically we walk into that classroom and it's like it was me, him, and Believe. So it was like 3 black kids in that class, and it's like I don't know you, bro, but yo, we in this together, my G. Before we kind of like cut it off, like I feel like we should definitely end sort of on the, I don't know if music thing is the right word, but I want to say specifically about the show. So he had a show at the time of recording. It was
the 13th. It was last Friday.
So it was last Friday, like a week ago.
Yeah.
It was like a week ago.
About
I
hate doing that.
Yo, he's coming out at the same time as 6ix9ine. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, but it's just because it's one of those things. Like I remember when that song came out, and just like you could not say like I hated saying about a week ago because it was actually like and it was so accidental. That's the thing. Like it'd be like, oh yo, like I was at my cousin's. I'd be with my friends. Yeah, I was at my cousin's house like about a week ago, and then someone just go about a week ago.
It's like, oh my god, bro! Like I hate you, but I understand it's something you have to do, bro. It's actually crazy. I wonder how they're gonna be when they get up. But yeah, anyway, what I wanted to say, so we show was good. We had a lot of good energy. My question also, because we talk about a lot of shit, but like something to take home for the people. How do you approach like mentally before you get on stage? Because I have my own kind of thing. Like if I'm going up to do stand up or something, I have my own mental process. What's your right before you're about to get on stage? What do you think about? What's going on?
When I prepare, so like I get excited when it's like further away, but then I hate that it's far away. But then as it gets closer, I'll be more and more like not stressed, but just like
anxious.
It's like a weird thing. Like for example, I have a show like this Sunday, and like I had to send the songs in like yesterday. So like I did it like not super last minute, cause like, but then I was like, oh shit, like. I gotta think about a set, like. But earlier on, I'm like, oh yeah, I set my set by this day, like. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the word for it would be, but it's like that feeling where it's like, bro, all this time in between, I just want to get to the point where I can go and do it.
And then when you're doing it, it's fun. Then now when it's the point where okay, now I have to get and do it, it's kind of like, oh shit, like you know,
yeah, shit's happening.
Yeah. So like the show on Friday, like I was like minutes, like my sound check was at I don't remember what time it was at, but I was like. Because it was like legit there, and I was scared that because they were saying if you miss your sound check, you don't get to go. Oh, so I was actually like panicked. Like I was in the Uber with my Mac out, still putting the songs on the USB. I got off work really late, and I was like panicked. And but then I got like I had like maybe 5 hours between that and my actual set, and that's when I like got cool. And it's sometimes a game. Like sometimes. I may not drink like enough. I don't need to drink a lot, but just enough to be like just
so you're not like just rigid.
Not
even you can just get rigid. I find honestly with me when I get on stage, I'm in this kind of like super like either cocky or narcissistic. I don't even know. Like me right before I get on stage, because ever since I did like when I did stand up as a kid or whatever at talent shows and shit, like right before I get on stage. Like all to my head, it's like I'm not even really like this in normal walking around. But right before stage, I'm just like, bro, this is what I do. Like all these people here, they don't understand. Like this is what I fucking do. So it's like it's not even stress at that point. It's just like, bro, let me get up there, bro. Because this is what I
get in my zone.
Exactly.
In my zone. Bro, exactly. And there's like so sometimes I didn't drink enough, too rigid. Sometimes I drank too much and like came off a bit sloppy.
Yeah.
And like the show on Friday, that was like
perfectly.
But
in the right
there's
spot.
other things that play a part. Did I not drink enough and nobody showed up? And now I'm kind of like,
yeah, there's something you got to be prepared that early
but sometimes
on,
I've been
you're going to play
drunk.
bad shows.
Sometimes I've been drunk enough to where there was like not a lot of people, but I was just in a good mood. I was whatever. I didn't want to hear
all
my
that
music.
shit. All that shit takes effect for sure.
But the most recent shows I've been doing,
been better.
My last one before this was on the Thursday. That one was like, I ended up going late just by myself. But the original, like, had I gone when I should have, like, when I say should have, it wasn't them. It was like a first come, first serve. So at the sound check, it was more like once you check in, that's when you get to choose. So the time that I got when I got there was like more near the end.
Yeah.
But like by then, like like a lot of people left. So, but it was still populated, like in general.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was still like dope, and it was more low key as well. We only did 5-minute sets because there's a lot of acts that night.
Oh, got you. Yeah, that's super short. That's like one track.
It was like you had to be smart about, and it was meant to.
So did you like do like half a track or something like that?
No, I kind of like cut. I did like 2 songs.
Okay.
And it's more like it was like speed dating in a way. Like it was just,
like you're not like, hey, my name is this. I appreciate y'all for coming out. This is this whatever number show.
There's people there that control like little local radio stations on that 89.1 thing. And they're looking for songs to get or artists to talk to. Stuff like that. Yeah. But in terms of real shows, like I had one in September. That was like I think my last one. And like again, that one was like dope energy. Like people came, some people came that I asked to come and whatnot. And the more people come, the more energy and stuff like that, the more I'm just gonna be like more confident to.
Yeah, and all that shit helps.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, that's the one thing with this. We don't know. It's gonna come out in a couple weeks. I don't know if you know any shows after that. As of now, you would know later. Most likely.
Right now, the 22nd, like this 22nd, Sunday.
Yeah.
My most
recent one. So if people want to go to a show, because this is another thing, I would super recommend supporting the artist. And people think just, support the artist. I got, like, bro, there's some super talented artists in the city, some great work. And to be in that building when they're doing the thing, bro, it can be super motivating, super, it's just really good energy in those spots, especially with, like, young people who are, like, you can see people like it's just for me. It's interesting to see where people are in their sort of journey. You're like, okay, that person's good. They haven't quite figured out what their lane is yet, or they haven't quite figured out this or that. So it's super interesting for me. But like, yeah, go out, support. If you're gonna have a show, the best way to know about it is on your Instagram. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Which is at Lance.Lorenzo, but the A's are V's.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Well, there's only one A, but LVNCE Lorenzo.
Yeah.
But yeah, like performing is like my favorite thing. The hardest part though is like it's the pride thing. Like I know a lot of other people that like won't do shows or like won't want to because they know people don't pull up or it's hard to get people
that's
to
tough.
reach. But like at the same time, like there's certain people that I've met that like certain producers in the city, like most producers in the city that like I'm cool with are people that came to a show for someone else or whatever, and they were one of those shows where there was like only people, each person brought 3-4 people.
Gotcha.
When they perform, they leave with those people type thing, and
that's how I got clued in on a bunch of people.
Yeah, and then I get the DMs the next day or even the same night, just someone comes up to me and then it's like yo, saw your set last night, you were dope. I make beats, and that's how it's happened. So like I've always told people like you never know who's watching because like pretty much the one thing I can say out of even the shows where there was like no one there, or, like I was kind of even pissed off for like you could tell on stage like I wasn't really there. Like I got to probably talk to someone that like I could have talked to any time, but they it's just different. Like it's a different dynamic when someone comes at you, and like now like there's certain producers where like they came at me the way that other artists I know come at them.
Got you. Yeah. Bro, that's really what it is, man. And you have to get yourself out there. You got to understand that yes, it's part of the struggle, and you have to understand that all that stuff is temporary. As much as it might seem like it's not, that shit is always temporary.
It's happened to everybody.
Every single buddy.
If you've seen the Travis Scott documentary on Netflix,
I love how he started. I think either the trailer or whatever started. You see nobody. That's so important, man. Everybody thinks it's like, oh, my SoundCloud went popping, you go crazy. That happens sometimes, but even then, they've probably had shows where nobody
like I
shows
said,
up.
That Tory Lanez show when we were in the car, like I saw Tory Lanez. Remember that show? This is where I met. I think the first time we ever got in that situation where we were laughing and stuck in this weird situation, and like no one was really there. Like it wasn't a big show. Like
that was the year he blew up, actually.
Yeah.
Like, oh really?
It was like 2016. Like Life of Pablo came out a few days before. It was like February.
I remember listening to him before he blew up, and at that time it was still like he was a Toronto artist more than he was anything like else. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And he came here, and it was like. So like
very few people.
But
that's
at
crazy.
the time,
it's crazy to think of now.
At the time, though, it wasn't at all like like, they don't know him or like no, like Tory Lanez had a name. Like
he had banners.
Like I'm pretty sure Say It had come out by then. Like,
bro, that was my track, bro.
I liked it before it got like super played on the radio.
Whenever that was the one with the video with the rooftop. No. Which one was the? Yeah. With the shorty with the shorty, and he goes up to her, spits game. Well, I only heard about it once the video. As soon as the video came out, that's when I saw it. It was still before the radio went crazy, I think.
Yeah, it was.
But bro, at that moment I'm like, yo, this dude, he's got talent for sure. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. There's just so much to work for, bro. Honestly, you just have to once you get and we talk about. I feel like we talk about every single time we link up. We talk about this specific thing. We were talking about it like off camera too. Is that like that groove? Oh, and people don't know because that episode didn't come out. Yeah, might as well. We'll talk about it really quickly here. Then it's like when you are working on something, and there's a certain level of like getting better and understanding how you improve that like changes the way you see things. And when you can actually understand like this type of work, this type of research equals this. And it changes the way you move. You move differently. You communicate differently. Like just that whole process. So like,
because it's like imagine trying to get better at something, but like the rate of your progression when you don't know how you're getting better or you don't know what you're doing that's getting you better.
It's like it's insane. Like I can't even like you have no idea.
You're working at it. Yeah, you're working at it and getting better because you're just involving yourself in it. But like you don't know.
You're just kind of aimlessly, and that happens. You start like that for sure, supernatural. But you have to learn how to work, how to improve.
It's
that's
like
one of the
like
biggest
making
things.
songs. Like I know now how. Like I've still been able to make songs like in a different way than what I'm comfortable with. Like I was sober and it was like last minute and I was like whatever. But like I know. Like the way that if I really want to write a verse, or I know the feeling, I know the zone that I have to be in to write a verse. Like, but sometimes different. It just hits me at the same time. But it just came from actually trying. Like everything I asked, not everything, but I just remember like skill wise. I remember when I used to hear certain beats or just things of being like. Man, like I can't touch this beat yet. Like, I'm not
you're not
enough.
at that level.
Like,
and you know it yourself.
And I know it might, but not everyone would. And someone will just jump out a nice beat, but then they're not up to par.
Yeah.
So I would just be like, oh man, not yet. Or I would be like,
and that kind of hurts. But that hurt helps motivate you and helps you get to the next spot. So I guess that's just all. I mean, we'll talk about this again so many times, but we got to wrap it up. But like, there's just so much to that. Sort of energy and then once you get to that place where you know you're improving and you're like now you're putting out the best stuff you've ever done, but then also you're like you still understand like this is still going to be looked at as like the early like rough projects. I mean. That's like kind of like
I have stuff like to put out, but then like when I put it out or even before I put it out, like I'm already on new stuff and I'm just kind of like. Now looking at this stuff but it's not even like it's weak. It's just like for me, I'm like past that. But I have to give you 4 or 5 before I give you 6. Like, exactly. You know what I mean?
That's what it is, bro. So that's what it is.
So
be on the lookout, man. Be on the lookout. If you haven't listened to his music, go listen to his music. His music videos and all that are gonna be accessible from his Instagram.
Facts.
Lance Lorenzo with the V. And then new stuff on the way, possibly. Who knows? But you gotta keep a lookout on his socials for that.
Facts.
And honestly, he's gonna be back on the podcast. It's kind of like
100%.
You know, easy
gonna be
things.
my-
As soon as he's on the podcast, bro, we talk for days. So it's like we gotta try to like organize that shit.
I know.
But yeah, that camera cut out, so it's time to end the motherfucking podcast. Thank you for listening to Throw the Lob.